We'll start here.
Kind of hurts. The pose is
This
weird.
is a very unflattering pose.
Yeah.
Right? It's just unflattering. Not many people like to pose with their stomach sticking out.
Yeah, like leaning back and
Leaning
sticking
back
out.
and sticking out, their stomach. It's just the whole thing is just not very flattering. The lighting is not bad, but at your angle, and it's just not a flattering.
I think it's the pose, and it's just the pose.
I think you might be able to save this if you went to the crop tool and you hit the letter X and you got rid of all the unflattering stuff. You'd have to almost unlock it and go up here a little further. I don't think I'd take all of her hair. That's not terrible.
It's not terrible. That's better.
That's a big improvement.
Yeah. Now you can't really tell.
You can't tell of the awkward and unflattering pose that is that one.
Yeah.
This one is also an awfully unflattering portrait. Number one, it's the lighting is just not flattering lighting.
The hand is creating a shadow.
A weird shadow over the face. You got very, very bright over here in the corner, like very bright over here.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not a very flattering pose. Her eyes are closed. She's laughing, obviously, and then this one, the lighting's not bad, but it's also, and the post-processing's okay, but I would definitely go in and light his face. Go in here with a brush and maybe a little bit of exposure and at least, light his face. Doesn't have to be as light as the sides.
You probably even use the people. Select people.
Well, it's going to get his whole face, sides, and
that's
everything.
True.
So maybe something in there, and here we'll put them side by side. See how his face was really dark over there?
Mm-hmm.
Because the dog's not going to reflect, his dark dog is not going to reflect any light back. So I think maybe doing that would certainly help. This is probably overall the best shot. And the processing looks nice. And it looks like a nice dog. Well, let's start here. The background is very, very bright.
It's blown.
It's a blown out background.
And so it pulls your eye to the background, not to the subjects.
You also have a dapple of light in the center of her hair. And she's okay. I don't think it's probably the most flattering pose for her.
Yeah.
So
say the same.
I'm not super digging it. I think her pose is hurting you and the lighting is not good. And her skin tone is not great. It needs work. This one, I think, had promise because of the outfit she was wearing. I think her separated from that background would be good. If you could blur that background, well, you can blur that background, right?
Yeah, but even in camera, just bringing them closer to you and
and putting the background.
You moving back, them moving closer away from the tree would naturally do that.
Yeah, it's I don't know how well this is going to do, this lens blur, because, well, it's not doing anything yet. It's working.
But it's even that.
See the little blue progress thing? It's working.
It's even that the background there is really bright.
Yeah, I think your biggest
then you've
problem
got the dappling.
is probably background. So let's give it a second to update.
But it's already starting to help.
It's a little better. Well, let's take a look. Let's do it side by side.
That's starting to help.
So getting some separation from that background would help. But it's just, I like her pose. And I like the horse okay. I don't like the background at all. It needs work.